Happy morning. Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my life? You fine? Right. How you wrote exam today? Exam? I think one few members only they sending your answer scripts. So kindly send your answer scripts. Only I got one nearly 10 members only they sent. So remaining members also by today evening itself you have to send it. Right. Okay. Right. A relationship between Ka and Kb. So now this concept today we are going to see in there. So last class already we are discussing this ionization of weak bases. Ionization of weak bases already yesterday class we are seeing that. Same like ionization of acid, how you are calculating there, same by using that dissociation constant formula one you are using there. Weak basis is nothing but what ions is produces means OH minus ions. OH minus ions is producing means that is called weak base. So during that weak base, sorry, that weak base and all how it will be dissociating is takes place means partially it will be decomposing is takes place. Weak, strong acid or strong base and all what happen means completely it will be ionizing will be takes place. Like for example, sodium hydroxide is there, strong base. How it is decomposing Na plus OH minus. Like for example, HCl is there, hydrochloric acid. H plus Cl minus. That means an acid is completely dissociating is takes place means that is what happen ionization and so on. Ionization that means any acid will be forms here ions means that is called ionization and so on. So ionization of weak bases is nothing but how these bases are ionizing is takes place means it will decomposing into a partially. Partially is nothing but not complete manner. Partially it is a dissociating mean that is called weak bases and so on called. That means weak base there is a partial ionization. Partial is nothing but for example it is 100% is completed 100% it is dissociated means that is called strong acid or strong bases. Partially ionizing is takes place is nothing but either you can say that weak acid and weak base. That means 50% only it will be dissociating is happening. Partial, not complete. Right. For example, they taken here MOH. M is nothing but some other group is there. Right. For example, calcium hydroxide you can take or some other weak bases you are taking there. So that weak base is decomposing means what happen? M plus ion and OH minus ion is takes place. That means OH minus base is producing. So a base is ionizing is takes place into cation and anion means that is called ionization of bases like that you are calling. So for that basis and all how you are expressing equilibrium constant how you are going to expressing there. Therefore, Kb is equal to concentration of products divided by concentration of reactants. That means what will be there here? Concentration of products, concentration of M plus and OH minus. These two what you are saying? Products. Product concentration divided by a reactant concentration. So therefore, how we are writing mean? Therefore, Kb is equal to concentration of M plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of MOH. That means product concentration divided by reactant concentration. So for acid or base, how we are able to calculating means by using this formula Kb, equilibrium constant for base. Equilibrium constant for base is equal to C alpha square by C into 1 minus alpha. This is one formula, dissociation constant formula for acid or base. For acid or base, dissociation constant, what is the formula mean? This is the formula. Final answer, what is it? C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So generally what are the weak bases are there mean these are all bases only. Right. They given some equilibrium constant. This is a constant values. So dimethylamine, trimethylamine, ammonia, quinine, pyridine, aniline, next urea. So all these and all what happen? Basic in nature. These bases equilibrium constants. What is the values is present? Mean these are the mathematical form values. Right. And some other bases also is there. Some other organic bases. Organic bases also is present. Organic compounds like amines and all weak bases. Weak bases what is amine? Amine is nothing but NH2. NH2 is present in amines. Amines are there. Next, some other groups are presenting there. For example, methylamine. Methylamine, that means CH3NH2. Next, codeine. Next, quinine. Like this, some other organic compounds also what happen? Basic in nature, it will exhibit. So, how we are expressing in terms of your pH scale means, therefore, pKb is equal to minus log concentration of Kb. That means if you are taken acid mean pKa and so on. pKa. If you are taken base mean pKb, like that you are using. Therefore, pKb is equal to minus log Kb. Right. So that is for ionization for weak bases. Now today we are going to seeing about this one relationship between Ka and Kb. What is meant here Ka? Ka stands for what you call Ka and Kb. What is acid? Equilibrium constant for acid Ka. Kb stands for what you are saying? Kb stands for base equilibrium constant for base. That means the strength of acid and base how we are expressing mean Ka and Kb. Ka and Kb what will gives information me? Information means it represents the strength of the acid. How much acid concentration is present, how much base concentration is present. That and all you are expressing by the symbol Ka and Kb, like that you are representing there. Right. இப்போ acidic base, what is the relationship is presenting there? Just look at here. For example, they taken ammonium ion and ammonia is taken. Ammonium ion NH4 plus and ammonia NH3 is taken. First, general equations see there what they're expressing there. Ammonium is converting into ammonia. Ammonium ion is converting into ammonia. So how you are converting me while react with water H2O molecule, right? So what will happen? NH4 plus will be converting into NH3. That means what will happen? One of the proton or what happened? Lessing than here initially how many is there? 4 hydrogen atoms are there. But ammonia here how many is there? Only 3 hydrogen atoms only is there. That means one of the proton what happened? It will be transferring is takes place. So this one H plus will be combined with this H2O means you can get H3O plus ion. Hydronium ion you are getting there. That means here NH4 plus what happened? Oh, 4 hydrogen atoms are present. In this, one of the hydrogen atom is combined with water molecule means to form hydronium ion is forming, and to become here NH3 will be forming there. Therefore, this is for acid Ka. Equilibrium constant for acid, how we are expressing means. Therefore, concentration of products divided by concentration of reactant. சார் இங்கே ரியாக்டன் ரெண்டு இருக்குதுன்னா சார் நான் ஒரு தான் எழுதாச்சு சார் என்ன சார் இது NH4 ப்ளஸ் மட்டும் தான் எழுதாச்சு H2 எதுக்கு எழுதலைன்னு கேட்டேன்னா ஸோ பியூர் வாட்டர் ஆல்வேஸ் ஈக்விலிபிரியம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வேல்யூ இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 1 கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ரைட் வாட்டரோட equilibrium constant value what happen, it will be the constant. So therefore, please put in mute ma, please put in mute. Please put in mute. Gautam. Right. Look at here. So acid you are taken, that means concentration of products divided by concentration of reactants. That means reactant here, two reactants are there, but you are written only here one water molecule mean water molecule, and why you are neglected means the equilibrium constant for water is you are neglecting that. That means it is a constant value. That means 1. It will be the constant. Pure water equilibrium constant value will become constant. So that's why what happened, only one reactant one you are taken NH4 plus, right? Therefore Ka, so the equilibrium dissociation constant for acid how much value means 5.6 into 10 power minus 10. 5.6 into 5.6 into 10 power minus 10. These are all constant values, right? You can't able to determine this is simply. These are all fixed values. We can't able to calculate that values and all. Their standard values is given. Right. Next another equation see there. Now NH3 will be converting into NH4 plus. So simply what you're saying, acid now what you're saying, acid is nothing but H plus ions is producing. Base is nothing but what ion is producing here, OH minus ion is producing, this takes place. Therefore NH3 what happened, NH3 will be converted into NH4 plus. So therefore NH3 is reactive, ammonia is react with water molecule to gives rise NH4 plus ion and OH minus ion is forming there. Therefore equilibrium constant for base Kb is equal to how you are writing means concentration of products divided by concentration of reactant. Therefore its constant value is 1.8 into 10 power 5. Therefore net overall reaction how you represented means, so 2 moles of water molecules gives rise hydronium ion and OH minus ions. So sir இது எப்படி சார் இந்த வேல்யூ எப்படி சார் வந்துருதுன்னு கேட்டா this is constant values, you can't able to determine easily, right? So it is standard values. Therefore Kw is nothing but water dissociation constant, water dissociation constant, or you can say that equilibrium constant for water. Therefore what is the value means 1.0 into 10 power 14 minus 14. This is constant value, how to keep in mind. Keep in mind this value. Water dissociation constant, what is the value means 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 molar, right? So therefore finally what you are going to saying means the concentration of your acids and the concentration of bases, both the formulas under edhukku equal agonu ketana. Therefore the net overall reaction and how we are expressing mean, just look at here. This can be extended to make generalization. The equilibrium constant for a net reaction obtained after adding two or more reactions equal to the product of equilibrium constants for individual reactions. That means நமக்கு net overall reaction நமக்கு வேணும். You want a overall reaction. Overall reaction if you need means in that given reaction how many number of reactants are there, individually how they are converting is takes place. That means reactant is converting in product, how they are converting is takes place. All the equilibrium constants and all you are individual equilibrium constants and all if you are multiplying means you can get the overall net reaction. Therefore k1 is nothing but first equilibrium constant, k2 second equilibrium constant, k3 third equilibrium constant, like that. That means in the given equation what are the equilibrium constants are present, one individual components equilibrium constants and all you are multiplying means you can get overall equilibrium constant reaction value and all you are getting overall equilibrium constant net value and all you are getting there, right? Similarly, in case of conjugate acid and conjugate base is present, so how we are getting means the conjugate acid and conjugate base both the values will be equal to dissociation constant for water. That means conjugate acid, conjugate base, always the value will be equal to dissociation constant Kw ki equal आगा. If I take a normal acid and normal bases means, so the net overall reaction how we are getting means the multiplication of all the individual equilibrium constants. All the equilibrium constants you are multiplying means overall net reaction and all you are getting there. So this is the formulas for that, right? They given some other example is given here. Dissociation constant for base dissociation. Base and all dissociate agadana ipidi how you are able to calculate. Same manner what you are calculated here, same formulas you are using. Dissociation constant for acid and base is equal to Kw equal agum. Overall reaction. Ka into Kb is equal to Kw. Therefore, overally, how we are writing that pH value by using that pKa values and all pK value and the sum of pKa values and sum of pKb values will be equal to overall water ke equal agum. Ionization of water it will be equal overall reaction. Therefore, pKa plus pKb is equal to ionic product of water. Both this is the overall reaction pKa and pKb values. So that means acidic basic what is the relation Ka ke Kb what is the relations are there means these are the expressions. If you are taken here conjugate acid and conjugate base means overall reaction how we are writing Ka into Kb is equal to Kw ki equal agum. If you are taken here right in terms of pK values and all how we are expressing conjugate acid and conjugate base means therefore pKa plus pKb is equal to pKw equal R. This is overall pKa and pKb overall relationship. So next concept, see this. Di and polybasic acids and di and polyacidic bases. What is mean for that? What is the meaning of this sentence? Di and polybasic acids. What is the meaning for that? Di and polybasic acids and di and polyacidic bases. What is the meaning for that? What is the meaning for that? Not question, just see they look at this sentence. Di and polybasic acids, di and polyacidic bases. two or more basic acid. That means base is also two or more bases also present in that acid. Some of the acids, what happens? Some basic nature is also presenting there. Di and polyacidic bases. So some of the bases also what happened? Di. Two will be present protons or more also presenting the protons. Right. So this is the meaning for the di and poly basic acids and the di and polyacidic bases. Just look at here for example. Oxalic acid is there, sulfuric acid and phosphoric acids have more than one ionizable proton per molecule of the acid. If you taken this oxalic acid, you are taken. Oxalic acid means what is the formula? Anybody idea? COOH, COOH. That is called oxalic acid. COOH, single bond, COOH. That is called oxalic acid formula. In that oxalic acid, yeah, in that oxalic acid, how many protons are presenting means two protons is present, right? Two protons is presenting there. COOH single bond, COOH. Two protons is producing there. Next one, for example, sulfuric acid is there. What is the formula for that? H2SO4. H2SO4 is called sulfuric acid. See, in that sulfuric acid, how many hydrogen atoms is donating there? How many hydrogen ions is producing there? H2SO4. How many hydrogen atoms are present in that? Two hydrogen atoms it will be donating is takes place. That means how many number of H plus ions is releasing? That is called acidity and so called. How many number of hydrogen ions is producing? That is called acid. So sulfuric acid, how many H plus ions is donating? Mean two H plus ions is donating. That is diacidic acid and so on. Next one. For example, you are taking phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is nothing but H3PO4. H3PO4 is called phosphoric acid. In that phosphoric acid, how many bases will be producing? Only two bases only producing there. OH minus ions. Two OH minus ions only producing there. Phosphoric, yeah, easily only two OH minus ions மட்டும்தான் நம்ம remove பண்ண முடியும். Right, more than that you can't able to remove there. That is a dibasic acid, H3PO4 and so on. That means that acids are what happen? Acids have more than one ionizable proton. Ionizable is nothing but they will liberate more number of H plus ions, right? Two or more than one ionizable protons. That means more than one is nothing but 2, 3, 4 like that ions and H plus ions and all they are producing is happening. Such acids are known as polybasic or polyprotic acids. Right, polyprotic acids or polybasic acids. That means some of the acids are what happen, more than one proton is presenting there. More than one H plus ion is producing means that is called polybasic or polyprotic acids like that you are calling. Right. So let us see that some examples is given. For example, H2X is there. H2X, H2S is there, H2Cl for example. Like H2X, X is nothing but some other halogen is present or some other group is present in there. General equations is there. Dibasic acid, you are taking what you are taking? Dibasic acid. Dibasic is nothing but there are two H plus ions is producing this takes place. So this H2X is decomposing means first of all what happened? One hydronium ion, one H plus ion is forming and one another HX minus will be producing this takes place. That means H2X first what happened? One proton is lefted. Therefore it will become H plus ion and HX minus ion is forming. Next second step what happened? HX minus Further, it will be decomposing is takes place means it will produce one more proton. H plus ion is producing and X2 minus ion will be producing there. That means simply what you are saying in this equation means how many ions is producing in this equation means there are two proton, two H plus ions is producing is happening. So that's why that is called dibasic acid and so on. Di means two. Basic acid is nothing but two H plus ions is producing. So that's why that is called dibasic acid. So the dissociation constant for acid, eppadi eludano? Equilibrium constant for acid, how you are writing means, so the concentrations of products divided by concentrations of reactants. Therefore, in the equation, first equation, how we are expressing this Ka1 equation means concentration of H plus into concentration of HX minus divided by concentration of H2X. For example, you are writing for Ka2. That means second equation you are going to express in Ka2 value. Dissociation constant you are expressing there. How you are writing this Ka value? Concentration of H plus into concentration of X minus 2 divided by concentration of Hx, like that you are expressing. So since what you are saying means here Ka1 and Ka2 what you call mean, this is first and second ionization constants. First and second ionization constants. Right. First and second ionization constants. So already I told you here there are these acids and all what happen means some of the acids are there. Oxalic acid is there, ascorbic acid is there, sulfurous acid is there, sulfuric acid is there, carbonic acid is there, citric acid is there, phosphoric acid is there. That means these acids and all what happen means more dissociation will be takes place. Oxalic acid, how many hydrogen ions is there? Mean there are two hydrogen ions only producing there. COOH, COOH. That means two protons only presenting there. That's why you're writing Ka1 and Ka2 value will be present like that. Next, ascorbic acid. Next, sulfurous. Sulfurous ke sulfuric, what is the relation? Sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, what is the difference is there? Both same or different? Sulfuric acid and sulfurous acid. What is the difference? Sulfuric is sulfurous. Gas. No dear. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Just look at. Sulfurous ke sulfuric, what is the difference is there means? Sulfurous H2SO3. H2SO3 is called sulfurous acid and so on. Right. Sulfuric H2SO4. H2SO4 is called sulfuric acid. That means one oxygen atom ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗೋ. Sulfuric sulfurous kena. Ik is nothing but more. Us is nothing but less. Sulfurous H2SO3. Sulfuric acid H2SO4. Right. That means Ka1 is nothing but dissociation constant. First dissociation constant. Ka2 second dissociation constant and Ka3 third dissociation constant, like that. That means how many number of protons is producing? Oxalic acid 2 protons is producing, Ka1 and Ka2, these are the values. Ascorbic acid 2 protons is producing, Ka1 and Ka2. Next sulfurous 2, like that. Last one, phosphoric acid, citric acid, this and all what happened, 3 ions is producing there. That's why you have taken 3 values is mentioning there. Right. That means some of the acids what happen more than one protons is producing is takes place. That is called polybasic acid or polyprotic acid, like that you are calling there. So என்னென்ன acids அதிகமா more number of hydrogen atoms is producing mean these are the acids: oxalic acid, ascorbic acid, sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid, citric acid, phosphoric acid. All these acids are what happen, more than one H plus ions is producing, right? So that is about here acids, polyacids, polybasic acids, like that you are calling there, right? Next point, see this one. Higher order ionization constants like Ka2 and Ka3 are smaller than the lower order ionization constant of polyprotic acid. This is keep in mind. So higher order ionization constant Ka2 and Ka3 values and all what happen, it is smaller will be presenting there. Smaller than the lower order constants of Ka1 of polyprotic acid. For example, if you have taken this ascorbic phosphoric acid only, you have taken, right? In the Ka2 value and Ka3 values and all what happen, it will be lowering is takes place compared to Ka1 value. Compared to Ka1 value, what happen? Ka2 value and Ka3 value will be always lowering is takes place. So why it is lowering values are takes place means, so removal of proton is very difficult. Removal of proton what happen? இப்போ for example see there. சார் இது KA1க்கு ரொம்ப இது வேல்யூ ரொம்ப அதுக்கு 7.5 into 10 power minus 3 இருக்கு. Next KA2க்கு என்ன ஆகும்? Value will be 6.2 into 10 power minus 8 is there. KA3 value 4.2 into 10 power minus 3 will be there. That means what will happen, why values and all here equilibrium constant values are here decreasing is takes place means, so generally what happen, hydrogen ions are very strongly it will be binding is takes place towards the central atom, right? So for example see there, for example a bucket is there, or bucket is there. In that bucket for example or 100 apples are there, 100 apples are there. A small boy is taking that apples and any one person is taking there, or else for example something you can take any one example. So top the balls and what happen, very fastly you can take it there. That means you are not bending anything, just only what happen, hand and you are putting and very fastly you are taking. Palm what happen, for example depth is there. Depth is there means what happens, somewhat a difficulty to taking that balls and all, because our body will be bending is takes place and some energy also losing. But மேலே இருக்கிறது apples and all what happen, you can easily take throwing outside. But after completing that top of the apples means what happens, somewhat work you have to do there. Or for example, one pond is there, or something example. For example, I can say that, for example, I have 10 apples I'm catching there. 10 apples I'm holding there. In the 10 apples, for example, 2-3 apples and all what happen, very strongly I can holding there. 10 apples means what happen, that attracting power and all what happen, it is somewhat loosely will be there. I can't able to holding the 10 apples very strongly, because my strength is only 2-3 apples only I can holding there. 10 apples and all what happen, I can't able to holding there, somewhat loosely will be holding is happening. That's why what happens, some other person want easily it will be taking there. But 2-3 apples and all what happen, I very strongly more attractive force is there, very strongly I holded that apple. That means what happen, they must be having more energy will be applying to taking that remaining 1 or 2 apples, because more number of apples are there means what happen, easily they are taking there. But I have less number of apples I have. That means what happen, they must be applying more energy compared to me. Compared to me, they must be apply more energy. Then only what happen, they can easily taking outside, right? That means first remove under the hydrogen atoms and all what happen, very fastly it will be losing is takes place. Easily they will losing is happening there. Pombadu what happen, very strongness, electrostatic force force of attraction என்னாகும் ரொம்ப அதிகமாகும். So because of that force of attraction, what happened? Very difficult to loss of hydrogen ions. So central atom என்னாகும்னா very strongly binding nature is presenting there. So that hydrogen atom you are going to removing means you have to apply more and more energy. So that's why what happened, Ka1 value is always it is higher when compared to Ka2, Ka3 and so on like that. So one proton means you can easily remove. Two proton means you have to apply somewhat energy. Three protons you are going to remove, more and more energy you are going to apply. Four hydrogen atoms you are removing, more and more than that. That means ஒரு ஹைட்ரோஜன் ஆட்டம் லாஸ் ஆகிறதுக்குன்னா ரொம்ப அதிகமாக எனர்ஜி யூஸ் ஆகிறது. So energy will be more will be using means they must be having dissociation constant will be lesser value will be presenting there. So that only just reason is also they given, just see there. Why that dissociation constant value Ka2 and Ka3 value ரொம்ப lower ஆகும்? Why it is lower values will become means the reason for this is that it is more difficult to remove a positive charged proton from a negatively ion due to the electrostatic forces. இது மைண்ட்ல வச்சுக்கோங்க. So Ka2 value, Ka3 value எதுக்கு சார் ரொம்ப lesser value it will be getting means because the central atom will be holding very strongly. Electrostatic force is binding is happening. You have to remove that proton means you have to apply more energy will be requiring there. So that's why what happened, Ka2 value and Ka3 value will be always lowering is takes place, right? So this is for polyatomic and polyatomic di and polyatomic bases or di and polyatomic bases like that you are saying acids and bases. Next, what are the major factors affecting for the acid strength? Acid strength under what are the factors majorly affecting is takes place means already we know that acidic strength and all generally what happen for halogens and all acidic strength. Acids and all what happen strength and all strength is nothing but electrostatic force of attraction what happen. Size increase means acidic nature what happen, increase agama decrease agama. Size increase means acidic strength also what happen, increasing is takes place. Size increasing means strength also what happen, increasing is takes place, right? Just look at here, right? This point just see there. Why should some acids and all be stronger than others? எதுக்கு நம்ம if you are taking some other acids and all means what happen, they are very strong acids, why you are calling there, what is the reason in that? If you are taking some acids you are taking ஏன் சார் sulfuric acid nitric acid இது மட்டும் தான் ரொம்ப very strong acids னு சொன்னோம். Remaining acids and all why you are not considered as a strong acid means it is depends on the acid strength. Strength is nothing but concentration of the solution. That means strong acids and all what happen, more number of H plus ions is producing is takes place. That means dissociation what happen, it is highly completely takes place in that acids. So dissociation completely is happening means that acids strength and all what happen mean more strength will be present. That acids are what you are saying is strong acids like that you are calling there. That means strength of acid how you are saying means it is depending upon their dissociation constant, dissociation manner it is depending is happening. Strong acids are what happen, highly dissociation will be happening. Weak acids are what happen, partially it will be dissociation will be takes place. Just look at here. So simply what you are saying means we can say that broadly speaking we can say that the extent of dissociation of an acid depends on strength and polarity of Ha bond. So which one will be depending? The strength of the acid means strength and polarity of H HA bond is depends on dissociation extent. Dissociation மேலே தான் டிபெண்ட் ஆகும் strength of the acid. ஸ்ட்ரென்த் ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்குன்னு என்ன சொன்னோம், அந்த ஆசிட் அண்டாலும் மோர் டிசோசியேஷன் வில் பி டேக்ஸ் பிளேஸ். Strength will be less, so that acids are what happen, less ionizing will be takes place. So simply what you are saying means strength of acid and all where it is depending mean dissociation constant only, right? Which acids are more, it will be dissociation will be takes place. Just look at here once. For example, you are taking that when strength of HA bond decreases, for acid you are taken, HA is nothing but HA bond. A stands for where acid is there. Acid is attaching or hydrogen. So HA bond dissociation is decreasing. Strength is decreasing there. That is, energy required to break the bond decreases. So strength is decreasing means what happen? You have to applying energy also less. If it is a very stronger acid means what happen? You have to apply more energy will be requiring there. Just look at. So HA becomes stronger acid. So you are applying here, the energy is required to break the bond decreases. HA becomes here stronger acid. So strength is less will be there, mean that is not considered as a strong acid. Strength is here decreasing means energy and what bond. If you are going to break that bond means you have to apply more energy will be required. So less energy you are applying means what happen? You can't able to dissociate that bond. So simply understand this point. When strength of HA bond decreases, it is the energy required to break the bond decreases. Right? Strength is decreasing means what happen? Breaking of the bond also decreasing is takes place. HA becomes a stronger acid. Also, when HA bond becomes more polar, so that means more polarity they are exhibiting means you have to apply more energy you are going to applying there. More energy you are going to applying. That is the electronegativity difference between the atoms H and A increases and there is a marked charge separation. Cleavage of the bond becomes easier by thereby increasing the acidity. So acidity is increasing means what happen? You have to apply more energy. More energy will be you are going to applying there. Right. So simply what you are saying means if acid and all more acidic nature is presenting means what happen? You have to apply more energy you are going to applying there. Weak acid and all what happen? You are going to applying less energy. So just look at here. So overall what you are saying, for example, you have taken hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide. So this and all what is a hydrogen halides. In this hydrogen halides and all acidic strength and all when it is increasing there. Acidic strength and all which one will be more will be there means it is depends on the size. Size and all it is depending there. If you are moving from top to bottom in groups for halogens, size and all what happen? Increasing is takes place. Size increasing means that acidic strength and all what happen? More will be presenting there. So let us see this formation. As the size is increases down the group, as the size is increases down the group, HA bond strength decreases. Size increasing means what happen? HA bond strength decreases and so the acid strength is what happen? Increasing is takes place. Acidic strength and all what happen? Gradually increases. That means hydrogen fluoride is what happen here? Less size is presenting there. But hydrogen iodide, what happened? More atomic size. Atomic size is there mean they have more acidic strength will be presenting there. So in the point very very important. H2S is stronger acid than H2O. Why? H2S is stronger acid. Sorry, hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is very stronger acid than H2O. What is the reason? Simply what you are saying. Hydrogen sulfide is stronger acid than H2O. Why? What is the reason? Right. H2S and all what happen? Oxygen family, then oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These and all what you are saying? Oxygen family. If you are moving from top to bottom, acidic strength and all what happen? Increasing then oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Oxygen மேல నుండి கீழே வரும்போது என்ன acidic strength is increased. Size increasing na what happen? Acidic strength also increasing there. So because of this statement only you are going to say size increasing means acidic strength what happen increasing is takes place. That's why what happen H2S is stronger acid than H2O, right? Therefore if you are taken here 14th group to up to 17th group elements you are taken left to right. If you are moving in the periodic table means what happen electronegative values will be increases. Electronegative values is increases means they has more acidic strength will be presenting there, right? Left to right in the periodic table if you are moving means acidic strength and all what happen increasing is takes place because electronegativity also increasing is takes place, strength also what happen increasing is takes place. So this is what is saying means factors affecting for the acid strength. Acid strength எதுக்கு depend ஆகும்னு கேட்டனா one is size will be depending there, another one is electronegativity. Atomic size is increasing means acidic strength will be increasing there. Electronegativity value is more will be there means they has more acidic strength will be present. So this acidic strength and all where it is depending means it is depends on the dissociation constant. So which acid will be more dissociation is takes place, that acids will shows more acidic character. So these are the factors. One is size, another one what is saying electronegativity. So last point, this point I will conclude. Just look at it. This concept alone we will discuss. Next one, hydrolysis of salts in the pH solution. Next class we will see there. Look at this point alone, this concept alone. What is meant by common ion effect in the ionization of acid and bases? What is meaning for that common ion? In that name itself, what is present? Name பார்த்தா நமக்கு உடனே ஒரு ஞாபகம் வரும். Common ion. What is the meaning this? Common ion. Common is nothing but what you are saying. Commonly, what you are saying. Common ion. Common ion is nothing but it is common. Daily life it is common. If anybody asking how is going on like that, common only. Common is nothing but what you are saying. Same dana. Common is nothing but what you are saying. Same as it is going on. That means if you are taken either acid you are taken or base you are taken, either you can take either acid or base, what will be common is present? Commonly what will be present? Ion. One of the ion what happened? Commonly will be present. Commonly is nothing but same group is present. Either you are taking either acid or base. Any one group you are taken mean two groups you are taking there. And the two groups, two acid you are taken or two bases you are taken. And the two acid what happens? Same kind of group is presenting means that is called common ion. common ion. So different kind of acids you are taken, or different kind of base, two bases you are taken, two acids you are taken. So the commonly will be presenting the one of the ion will be common. That is called common ion effect and so on. Purida, able to understanding? Able to getting what I'm saying? Common ion. Common ion is nothing but what you are saying. If you are taken any two acids you are taken, or two bases you are taken, in that at least one of the group will be commonly will be presenting there. Either H plus ion will be common, or OH minus ion will be common will be presenting there. So two different acids or two different bases is attaching same ion means that effect is called common ion effect. Common ion effect. So just look at here once again. I will explain one example. Sir, just a minute.